So for breakfast, I recall having coffee and 2 cinnamon sticky buns. As for Elvenar, I not too long ago managed to activate the Superior Steel Manufacturing research upgrade, and a new tournament started, which I believe gives out magic dust. It does. This is sweet potato stuffing. It tastes pretty good. Here's how my city in Elvenar currently looks like. I think around 9 or so, Dad took me out to first pick up Bill. And then we made a roughly, I think, half-hour to hour-long stop at the California Brew House. And then we went to a tap room location for the Bill Grades franchise to take advantage of their Tuesday Great Plates special deal for Tuesdays, in which our garbage plate cost only $8.99. All the 3 of us ended up getting a garbage plate. Each plate came with a bread roll and some butter. Bill gave me his roll and his butter. And I had both my bread roll and Bill's, because he offered his bread roll to me. If I recall, I tend to rip the bread rolls open in order to put the butter in. It works pretty well. And then roughly at 5 p.m., Dad made me some ramen. I believe there's currently 3 cartons left. As for the new 99 Dan Hammy, there was a point in which I realized I forgot a prop used to mimic a stopped car, and so I discovered the ability to save templates within VN Studio. So the templates are the spiritual successor to the starters. And in the coming days and weeks and months, I'll be sure to take advantage of that. And then today, when I at last checked up again on Iron Rage, I had just minutes before the daily reset, so I took a minute or 3 to do everything I could do within 7 or so minutes. And there was no way I was going to be able to complete the 3 daily tasks within 7 minutes, because one was to create 3 artillery bombardments, and creating one takes 3 minutes, and 9 minutes is more than 7, so I also recall making considerable progress on the most recent Spire of Eternity. It's not every time I get that far. Usually it requires the luck that somehow one unit type is superior for both waves.
How was it?
Pretty good.
How's the stuffing?
It's good. Thanks. You do a great job.
Thanks, buddy. You're awesome.
Thank you, Dad. Beating both waves of the enemies that serve as basically door guards. And the hope is that at some point I will get one of those exclusive buildings of either a Gumtree or a Moonstone Gate, or, as I also saw, an Endless Scroll. I recently heard of a game called Warpath from the most recent Angry Video Game Nerd video regarding the legend of Kage. But I looked into it, and it seems the developers made up this big group known as the Ravens. Seems to be some kind of evil supervillains that you fight against. I also made some more progress on my modding for Skyrim. Primarily focusing on expanding Solitude. And the first thing we did today, after picking up Bill, was for us all to go out and get buzz cuts at this barbershop place run by a friend of my dad. I think we were all supposed to get 2 buzz cuts. Or at least I was supposed to. Whether or not that was actually done is for you to be the judge of, I guess. And this is the aftermath of the buzz cut that was done on me when we went to get buzz cuts. Dad just gave me some extra chicken, and then he suddenly remembered about the leftovers Bill gave me from his garbage plate order. If I recall, me and Bill got everything, which I think is meat sauce, hot sauce, ketchup, mustard, onions, and pickle relish, if I recall correctly. I had two Shirley Temples. The first one without cherries, because a worker said they didn't have cherries, and then the second one had cherries put in, from what I presume was a stash kept in a refrigerator. It was a bit of an adventure getting into and out of the California Brew House. I'm thinking that one COVID restriction or regulation is that in some cases you can no longer enter businesses from the front, I guess. That may be why that was in place. And I was also told about a series of businesses closing. Within, I think, a certain street area, because someone tested positive for COVID-19. Which I believe in that case means testing positive for the antibodies. And if I recall, while we were at the California Brew House, we took a selfie with the owner, the flat screen TV played the Fox News channel, which isn't exactly my favorite news channel because I believe it's conservatively biased, though that's just what I believe, and I didn't ask for the channel to be changed out of respect, because at the time it wasn't just me, Dad, and Bill. There was also an older man sitting, I think, to the left of us on the bar with us, so I had no idea if he wanted to watch Fox News or not, so I just left it at that. And my thoughts at the time were potentially to ask for the channel to change to Nickelodeon or to a music channel, I think. That's what I think my subconscious thoughts on that was. And also at Bill Gray's, there was I think a group of 3 that technically didn't wear a mask when they were supposed to because they were leaving at the time. I'm pretty sure, technically speaking, you can take the mask off when you have fully left the physical building. Well, not just when you're in the process of doing that. Anyway, it's better to be safe than sorry.